What's going on? It's a little late. A little late, but figured we hang out for a minute. Um, yeah, just chill. I lost the plot on one of my patches. I was like, I'm gonna switch this up, and I'm gonna do this and this and this, and then immediately it just departed. And I was like, oh, all the specialness that I liked was gone. Whatever. Um, so this is what remains. What are y'all up to tonight? Yep. Echo drip. That's for sure. It's actually like kind of a granular delay. So. Yep. Basically, you can purchase this stuff on any sort of used or new music selling platform. So like eBay, Reverb, buy sell trades on some of the modular synth forums, and then you can get new mark new retailers for modular synth stuff. It's a hodgepodge. So if you don't know anything about modular, it's you basically make your own instrument in a way. So yeah. So I have a module that does it's a sequencer. So basically, it has 3 channels that can output sequences in different ways, or the same way, but 3 different sequences. And so right now I just have one channel that has a gate out and a note per octave out, or a volt per octave out. And you so like you bring this in. And then if you want to, this particular module lets you create iterations of your sequence. So if you there are a couple of different modes, you can, it will do things in key in the scale within that. So yeah. What's up? Oh hey, from last night. Just chilling. What are you up to? This is a modular synth. It's a hodgepodge of modules you put together to make sort of your own instrument. It's done in it's called a Euro rack format. which is just a standardized format for the way for manufacturing this type of stuff. So yeah, it's all electricity. So yeah, it's all, if you get into this at all, it everything's volt per octave, so you kind of need to know ranges of what modules inputs and outputs are, and what they respond to, and like I have one module that it will respond to, it will gate better with 10 volts, but it will also respond to 5 and 8 volts, kind of in differing ways. So okay, I'll do that. I'll do guitar through it sometime, maybe this weekend. Yeah. Yep. So if you divide 1 volt by 12 on an octave scale, so 12 notes per octave, this will a lot of modules respond to volt per octave, and then voltages in other ways. So like things generate envelopes, so it'll be, I don't know if you know about envelopes, but it'll be like voltage rise, and then it will hold in a certain way, and then it will decay in a certain way. So yeah. What's going on, guys? You guys in the Stranger Things references, it's like anything made with a synth sounds like a Stranger Things. I'm just kidding. Yeah. 80SR. So imagine your synth that you have that's a standalone. So like me and Jitrushi, we're talking about the Novation Peak. Everything in it's done with voltages anyway. This you just have to think about in terms of voltages. So under the hood, it's doing ADSR with a voltage anyway, and so this is just a different format, and so you have to think about it in terms of that, because I think most modules now aren't as sensitive. People build in things, but I think some of the older units, if you like did any kind of crossover, you had to be careful about what kind of voltages you were working with, so you didn't burn stuff out. No, audio to volt per octave. Yes, you actually can get them. So there's this little. Let me show you this guy. So when I if I hook up something that just has MIDI and doesn't have a volt per octave out, you can use something like this. It's called the CV OCD. It takes a MIDI output, and it converts it to various voltages for integrating with modular. Yep. So you can do like note, you can do gates, you can do your modulation. So like if you have a mod wheel, it's outputting voltages. So if you use it, you can do all that with a keyboard, but you can do it through MIDI, and you can convert it to control voltages, CV, and integrate it with other types of equipment. Yeah, it is very sweet. Once you understand that, like it's just like, oh, it's just like you just have to understand that as like gradients, like of a of a plus or minus. So yeah. I'll go non-musical now. Let's do this. I don't know about. I kind of assume all this stuff is DC. I don't, because you have a power converter. So I don't know. So like, so some, yeah, I don't know. I'm terrible at electricity. So I'm not the person to ask about this is direct current or not. Most things run off direct current, right? So you have a power converter that takes alternating current and then stabilizes it, turns it into direct current. Is that correct? Yes, no, I am. Yep, I am a carpenter. So when it comes to electricity, yeah, up the creek without a paddle. Yeah, we'll do alien sounds. Yep, I'm on a spaceship at my house. This case? Talking about this case? This is a 4MS pod. The big one. I think I got it used. It was my Christmas gift to myself. I think I paid $700 for the big case. Because I worked it out. It was used, so, and I had a bunch of. I may have done it differently now that I, in retrospect, see it. But after I added up all the rails and buying power supply and then putting in the labor to make it, I was like, I may, because it's a huge case. It's a very large case. So it would have taken 2 power supplies and then all the work to put it together and all that. And then The rails, I probably could have gotten away with. Might have been like 450 to buy all the parts and everything, but then you put in the labor to make it. So I decided I wouldn't make it myself because I can. I mean, I don't have a problem making myself, but yeah, I have an audio. This is like it's a momentary thing, so that's the nice thing about this is like sometimes you find these little moments and you don't get golly, yeah, patch cables. You should. So like I got lucky. Some of these you can get pretty inexpensive on like Amazon or whatever, and that's where I got some. But I found a guy and he had like a lot of like 120 cables, and I can't even remember how much I paid for them. I think it was like $65 or something. So it was less than $1 a cable, and he had a lot of long ones, and they were nice ones. They're like braided and whatnot, like this one. And so it was just a big old box full of them. So every day, yeah, I have an audio addiction. I don't feel right in the head if I don't have like interesting sounds. Or if you go to a whole like sometimes I'll listen to podcasts or whatever during the day or audiobooks or something, and I'm just like, golly, I need just something else. But like, I don't want to listen to the same old thing. So like, that's why it's nice to have something like this. You can kind of zone out and enjoy hearing mesmerizing sounds. And then I'm like, oh, I'm bored with this. I want to play with the keyboard. So I'll put a keyboard in, play with the keyboard, plug guitar in, play with the guitar alongside or something. Hey, music. Yep. Thanks. Soul Gray. What are y'all up to? I'm just chilling. Y'all chilling? What's Dorian concept hide? I'd be curious. I've been taking notes, so occasionally, like people, yeah, I'll write it down. And right now I think everything's in like a C minor, if I remember correctly. How I have everything dialed in. Oh yeah? Cool. Thanks for coming back. I got a couple of guys that came back. Mad Vids. I just wanna I'm just a little bored. I like making music and I wanna hang out. So hope y'all enjoy. Yeah, I can. So I had everything set to odd times last night, and it kind of worked out. I think right now, so I got an 8-step sequence, and it just goes this way, and then it goes this way. So that's 16 bars. So if you want an odd time, so that's 5, so 16. So I need to lower it down to what? 16 steps. So if I strap 6, let's see. There we go. So that's that's playing 5 steps this way, and then you can change the ratio. So I can change the yeah. So that's just 5 steps this way, 5 steps back on the sequencer. So I don't know about. Thanks. Yeah, so I'm. If you want to get into this, yeah, it's kind of hard. I had to bite the bullet on expenses and all that stuff because it is a little cost prohibitive to get into it. So, but I wanted to do it for, I don't know, 15 years. So it was sort of one of those things that I sort of didn't do it immediately. So I did it over time. do space noises. Like bending. Guys, what are y'all up to? I might go get some sleep soon. I don't know. What do these buttons do? Anyone know what the buttons do on this thing? Touch it off. Is that effects? No. On effects. Bro, it'll switch my camera angle on the fly. You'd be less lost than me? I'm totally lost. Man, I like sit down and I have everything just like I like it, and you tweak one knob and you can never get back to the sound. And it's like, okay, this is the beauty and this is the frustration of this thing, so. Yeah, I wish. I mean, relatively speaking, so I can save stuff on. There's several modules I can save things on, or that remember easily. or that, yeah. So yeah, I have a couple that'll remember like a preset or this or that. But I just mean like there'll be like a weird sweet spot where you get something that like it syncs just right with the way it pulsates, and it's nothing. And if it's not quantized, so like if you're not like don't have the clock patched and you just hit something, and it's like 4 different things going in and out, and then like that one thing gets off, it just, yeah, you lose it, and it's weird how quickly you can't get it back. No, there's no saving. So different basically based on knob placement, a lot of it saves because your knobs are all in the same place. And certain things you can set presets. So like if it has some things have a screen, and you can go in and save a user preset. So like I have like a little effects unit, and you can save a preset. Like I want 280 milliseconds of delay, and you can say you can save the different parameters so how you want it to respond and whatnot. But it's usually unit to unit, and then the saving. This is the saving. These wires. This is the saving. This is the state. So okay. Yeah, there's some different modules that will do that are highly functional that will save, but I don't. Yeah, it's all good. But you can also just plug everything in and monitor the volt product and know exactly what it is, which is ridiculous. But I'm sure back in the day there was plenty of people doing that. It's all good. I don't know what Sand 404 is talking about. Yeah, that'd be interesting. No, it's all good. I mean, if you ever need to look for something, well, it's not hard to search. And then you have like things like modular grid. One thing I was thinking about, so Jatrushi, if modular, anyone that's in the chat or whatever, there's a program that's free, entirely free, and then couple of companies have all their modules on them, and they respond similar to how their hardware modules respond. And it's all software. It's called VCV Rack. And so if you're interested in modular, you can download it and tweak it and play with it, and you can plug a keyboard into your computer and whatever. Yeah, if you're interested in experimenting with modular, it's modular for your computer. And you can use it, I believe, as a VST plugin on anything that you use. So no, it's not the same. I'm not saying it's the same. But so like I really like Instruo's modules, but I can't afford all Instruo's modules. I got maybe 2 or 3 Instruo modules, but all of theirs are free on VCV Rack. So if I want to experiment with them, kind of see how they work and function, you can't really beat that. And the guy that runs the company, Jason, he puts out some of the best videos on building and designing Eurorack. So oh yeah, it is. And there are guys on there that so one thing I like is you patch a little differently because you can have a little bit more extra functionality. So you use modules in a different way, and so sometimes it makes you realize. Thanks, man. Marcus Patwell. Yeah, you patch a little differently because you have a couple of, you have things you can do that are just not normal or not normal. Not how you patch with a limited thing, because you can just throw in some extra VCAs or or whatever it is you want. Or you can use weird stuff. So like I have certain modules that I will not usually use to process LFOs, but can process LFOs. So if you were like, patching a modular grid, you could modulate all your LFOs in like really weird ways. Yeah, thanks, man. I've been switching between messing around with some patching, and then yeah, it's the opposite for sure. And then I have this is the same sequence, but it sounds so weird going through the filter. Alright, guys. You don't like the filter? I turn the filter off. That's no filter. I don't know. It's one of those weird things. I don't like filters. I have a hard time with filters, getting everything just right. So, whatever I'm doing with filters, if I'm doing something totally just no one does with filters, then yeah, it's because my ears, I don't know if my ears like hear them correctly, or if, yeah, I don't know. But I like this voice without a filter. Oh, I can't bypass it right now, but it's so much character in and of itself that it has filter aspects to the voice. So yeah, so like this is a band pass. I've been using a band pass on this one, so you can kind of get a good accentuation of a broad spectrum, which I like. This voice, 1, 2, so yeah, I have 3 modules on this one voice. So I have a filter, which you hear here, and then I have it going through a VCA, which adds a little distortion because it's a VCA with distortion. So, which it doesn't need any of it. I'll here. This is just it, main out, no filter. But I have it going to the VCA so I can, you know, have the volume be enveloped. Because it doesn't. So my other voice has a built-in VCA. This one doesn't. So you kind of have to go to the VCA because it helps you provide a good bit of variation. What's up, Jays? So that's, oh, well, this is, I guess if you count the envelope, it's before, so, yeah. So I have a question for the people, the computer people. Do you own the software on your computer? Like, seriously, do you own it? Do you have a computer that's connected to the internet? At any point, could somebody just, like, literally just yank your license and just say, you don't own this anymore? Yes. So, I at least own this stuff and I can sell this stuff. If you buy Ableton, can you sell Ableton? I've been working on these arguments, so I'll get better at them for sure, but the computer bros are just obnoxious. Yeah, but you don't like the wires? I like the wires. Oh, I see both arguments for sure. So like for music producers, for people that like do it on the daily, that need the fast, immediate thing that can be recalled. Oh, for sure. I'm like, You think I'm not, I don't even know what's something people use. Ableton and like Zebra and I don't know what else. Um, some good VSTs and whatever, and you can just get instant boom, yeah. And you're trying to sell based off your ability to produce as a producer of music or whatever, for sure. But yeah, you don't own your own oxygen. Okay. I'll work on my arguments. But I will say that like I can't buy like a VST or whatever that that I'm gonna play on whatever I'm using on the computer, and I can't resell it. So at least I can resell all this crap and not be out for something that exists only in ones and zeros on a computer. So message retracted. Retracting messages for. Yeah, so I work with some guys that so basically one of the problems with some of the guys I work with are the wires transfer voltages between modules. So some of it's just audio in and out, and some of it's voltages that control different aspects of the modules. So like I have friends that do like design work and industrial design, industrial processes and whatever, and so you have to have some pretty heavy software. And I think if you buy the software license or whatever to use it, it's like $3,500 a year. You'd never own it or whatever. So what a lot of guys do is they have computers that are older and that aren't connected to the internet, and they run basically the exact same software from 10 years ago on it to do a lot of their stuff and did their design work and whatnot, because now everything switched to a subscription model. So you have to pay. You can't just buy SolidWorks now or whatever it is. You have to buy it per year, and so you can't just spend the $6,000 on a program and own it forever. You have to so I'm basically saying like I don't like the subscription models that everything have turned to. So yeah, it kind of hurts. It hurts people that are really creative. Like I have friends that are extremely creative and can produce and make anything you can dream up. They can figure out how to make it. But you have to, if you wanna like do design work for someone, and you want to send them like exact files, and the entry cost is $6,000 to use something on your computer, it's sort of like, yeah. So I don't know. That's why I like that. That'd be my argument for owning hardware stuff. Same thing for owning old movies and things like that. Yeah, I mean, sure, but like, it's not hipster nonsense. Okay. It's not hipster nonsense. There's an argument for both. So I mean, there's plenty of things I have that I want updated, but there's plenty of things that were made that work that you don't need updated. So what made me want a YouTube channel? I make stuff, and so occasionally I want to post stuff, and I have a couple of guys I follow that are pretty chill that do good live streams and just hang out, and I was like, oh, I can do that. So, yep. Yeah, I mean, so what happens? What happens when the internet shuts off? Because it will happen. People have come to think that the way things are, the way things always will be, and you know, what happens when, let's say, a government contracted company sends out an update that allows all their systems to not coordinate, and then every flight in the planet is shut down. Like, yeah. So, like, what happens when the machine stops? Um, the Wreck of Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot. I'm gonna start swearing because you're such a fucking idiot. Oh man. Yeah, I hope your brain short circuits. That flavor of tism is the flavor of sanity, fuckface. Wow, I see the utter wankers have woken up in England and found my channel. I know. I'm joking. Too. I can joke too. I'm probably about to hit it off here, but Australia. I didn't say Australia. I said England, because it's 4:40 here, so it's gonna be what? It's gonna be like 9:30 in the morning there, 10 or 9:40 or 10:40. I don't know. Um, Australia. So y'all are y'all going to bed? In the U.S., I'm in the U.S. What are you doing awake at this hour? Kentucky, bro. 8:30. Okay. I don't know. I'm not. I'm just. Retract. It's not. You keep retracting. Yeah, Midwest. Yep. Not asleep. Well, I've already been asleep, so off tonight. Cool. Bro, I had a friend who was a nurse, and we used to. He worked night shift. I'd go over there, and it was just like, I gotta go to bed, man. He's like, man, I'm ready to go. Oh yeah, I did. I have this. Watch this. I'll show you this. Someone sent it to me. I can't remember what order it came in, but it's this. It says yeah, it's gonna be reverse. Finding the sheet of acid in the modular. I thought I get a good kick out of this every time I see it. Okay. I had a roommate who worked stocking Walmart, and he was happy as he was a weird happy dude. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Oh man. So like I had friends, like I've never done any psychedelics or whatever, but I had friends in high school that were just bonkers, and they'd show up to stuff and they'd be just roached. Like, what's wrong with you, man? Yeah, that's the thing. Like I hear. I mean, I don't know if y'all know anyone, but you hear all the stories about if you find any kind of drug paraphernalia, don't touch it because it can definitely. Blinded by the light. I don't know if you guys are messing with me or not sometimes. Okay, I'll look up. I mean, there's several things people have suggested that I don't know. Even though someone, I think his name's Stevie, last night he was like, "You should watch the." I was telling him I was watching like different sitcoms and comedies from the like English, Irish, Scottish, whatever, a couple of different sitcoms, and he was like, "You should watch this show," and so I started trying to watch it, and I was like, "What is going on?" Is that filming? I'm a handyman. Is what I call myself. I'm a skilled carpenter, but I've done a lot of mill work, but I call myself a glorified handyman because I fix so much stuff on the daily. I build, repair. I do a lot of. I've done a lot of trim carpentry. I've done furniture making for several years. I've made timber frames. So I've done a little bit of everything. Yep. What do y'all do? Well, so I don't even think I'm not trying to be cool or anything. I'm trying to be normal. Yeah, there's a lot of wires. Because what I realized is I was getting on lives every night. Not lives. Yeah, I was streaming and I was like, I'd be scrolling and whatever. And if you do shorts and then it goes to the live feeds, and I was like, oh, there were some people in there. Like people were just like cooking or just hanging out and whatever, and it's cool. But then there's like a weird I call it the special place in hell on weeknights, especially, where you get people and it's just like, bro, what's going on, man? Do you need help? And then I was like, well, I can stream, hang out, and just be normal. Just do something interesting that I like. Because like every time I'd go, I'd be like, bro, this is like a weird, it's like hell on earth. It's like, what is wrong with these people? So that's sort of why inspired me to be like, One last year, frustrated musicians with a career that won't materialize. Yeah, because you'll see the people doing they do a lot of their requests, or they'll do I don't know, they're just like dancing and they're dancing and singing for no one, and it's like, well, just I'm not attached to being a musician or anything, and I wouldn't even call myself a musician. I just have fun messing around. I'm plenty skilled at other things that I don't have to show off or anything. So yeah, so basically, I mean, so if you know anything about synthesis, you have like the whole history of synthesizers and whatever. So anything that's a synthesizer is gonna be related to something Moog. If you go back in terms of, so like every one of these companies that make this stuff probably make a ladder filter, probably make something that's some sort of semblance of a Moog, a module or sound or modulation source or whatever that was made back in the day. This is just I don't have any Moog stuff, but you have a Model D, bro. Okay, does it work? Yeah. If you type 6.7, I'm not gonna be. I'll block you. So does your Model D work? That's cool. I mean, I think the Model D. I mean, I've never played one. I've played the like software version, but the functionality and the way it's designed, is like so interesting. No way. There's no way you bought a house and there was a Model D in the closet. That's insane. I mean, what is a Model D worth? Like you you probably need to watch just a couple videos on basic synthesis. So like how to start with a waveform, how you can modulate the waveform, how you can filter the waveform, how you can modulate the amplitude, how you can, put effects through it. Because you got to start small in terms of your understanding. Because if you just, sometimes when you click presets and things like that, you're going to see like a bunch of information pop up. Like maybe it'll have like, oh, LFO this and LFO that and LFO number 10 and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be really confusing. But if you understand, like, okay, you start with this, it goes to this, it goes to this, and you start with kind of a basic bare bones, like, what is what's a sine wave? How does it sound? Start with that. What is a triangle wave? Do I like the triangle wave? Which, do I like a sawtooth wave? And then how does that, I mean, I wouldn't, if you found a Model D, I would not sell it. I mean, that's like the best story piece, even if you just have it sitting there and it's like, what is this? And it's like, well, I found this incredible vintage synth in the closet of my house. You can't have it, you can't afford to have it fixed. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know about how much it costs to have a Model D fixed, but like with amplifier repairs, there's a local guy that I've had repair a few things, and I mean it's been under $100 for I mean it's pretty simple stuff, but he's an expert and he didn't charge a fortune. Yeah, I don't know about a lot of hardware synths. I have a couple. I have a Novation Peak, and I have a Electron analog keys. I like both of them. But yeah, I don't know about. I'd be more interested. I mean, like if I was gonna get a hardware synth, it'd probably be like a Dave Smith, or Oberheim or something like that. Whatever those architectures. if I didn't get to play it beforehand. That'd be my bet. But yeah, I mean that's what I've always been interested in, is the Dave Smith stuff. Now there's plenty of good Roland stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that. I think though, like, some of the Roland stuff, has it gotten away? It's not. None of it's like gonna be like true analog stuff, even if that matters to you. Which, if you're dependent on what you're doing, it may or may not matter to you. But yeah. All right, guys. I may check out here in a minute. I got stuff to do. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Bodhi, Shaviti, and Nate. Microkorg, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't compare those two. One's like Microkorg to a Model D. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, but the thing is like, you need to look at some of the Dave Smith stuff. Yes, Dave Smith stuff. They've kind of broadened their range, and they've come out with stuff that is a little more affordable. And then they always have desktop modules. So if you have like if you have a, like I have a large keyboard, that if I wanted a full-size keyboard bed and just a desktop module, you can go that route too. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's a lot of its price. But yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and that's the thing, like the VST and stuff. If you can find something comparable that sounds good, because there's plenty of stuff. So like, I can't tell the difference between some of the higher end digital stuff and some of the high end analog stuff. I mean, at a certain point, it's difficult. But my ears are also weird. I don't know if anyone else has, like, they feel like they don't hear things correctly. You're like, everyone else says this is good, but I don't hear it the same way. I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys chill and have a good day, good night, wherever you're at. Yeah, I'll hang out sometime again soon. Chat about whatever. Yeah. Anyways, y'all have a good night. See ya.